Okay, guys, so cabbage and smoked sausage soup. All right, this right here is diced smoked sausage, and I've had it here just kind of rendering down on medium low fire. You know, it's not really high, and I didn't want like a bunch of color on my sausage. This is actually perfect. Um, you don't really want it any darker than that because it's going to cause your stock and your soup to be a lot darker. So once you have diced up your sausages in a nice little size, that's a nice good size sausage. Dice them up and you just render them down on medium low fire for about, I would say about 10 minutes, is 10 maybe 15 minutes that I've had it down, and get that nice little render going on, so you see all that fat that is given out, right? So we're going to use that fat to cook the rest of, or to build the rest of our soup. Also, that's a lot of flavor, so we're not going to wash these sausages off. We're not going to try to get rid of that fat. We welcome that flavorful, delicious sausage fat, and this is smoked sausage pork, so we want all of that flavor in the soup, right? That's the point. And now we're going to add onions and bell peppers. That's a red onion and a green bell pepper. Alright, and so all of that nice little sausage fat is going to help cook those onions right on down. And we just want these onions and bell peppers, we don't want them to get all the way cooked down. What we want to see on the onions are just, maybe a little translucent on them, but not, just a nice light sweat, not too much of a hard saute, and we definitely don't want any color, too much color on it, okay, because we're trying not to change as much as possible. We're trying not to change the color of the stock, which is this color. This is our stock, and this is the cabbage that I've already cut up. So the way I'm building this soup today is I am going to pour the stock down on top of everything else. So I started off, based the soup with the sausage, and then added my onion and bell pepper. Okay. Also going to add a little bit of celery. Just a very little bit. I like a little bit of celery and everything. Alright, and like I said, we just want a nice light sweat on the onions and bell peppers, nothing too much. I'm going to also turn my fire up now because there's more in the pot. So it was on medium low, just just rendering the sausage down. But, now we're going to crank it up, okay? Get this party started, because honestly, this soup does not take a very long time whatsoever. So this right here is what you're looking for, right down at the bottom of your pot. Alright, and you see the onions are starting to get, like, they're starting to make themselves at home amongst this soup. Now, the reason why you don't want to cook your sausage or your vegetables too much is because you want them to still be able to hold some form in your soup, because when you pour it out, you want it to look nice as well. So and you want to save that flavor for it to add that extra to the broth, because the broth already it's a chicken broth, and it has already been cooked with onion and celery. But this onion and celery is just to, enhance and enforce that flavor. Okay, so like right here, my onions and my peppers look great. This right here is where I want to stop with the cooking of those. And now we're gonna add the cabbage. Hello. Most people are probably thinking that this is how I just make my regular cabbage. I put my bacon down or my sausage down and my onions, and then I put cabbage on top. And I would like to say to that person, exactly. This is exactly how you make regular cabbage. You know what I'm saying? You would just sit it up right up on top of your meat, just like that, and on top of your onions, and you would just cook it right on down. Maybe add a little bit of water, you know, just a little bit, and it would be, you know, what you need. But y'all are gonna be so shocked to find out the only thing you have to do to turn this into a soup is add a whole bunch of stock and let it reduce. But see, because we have like cabbage in here, I'm not even gonna cook this cabbage all the way down. I bet y'all thought I was about to sit here and cook this cabbage until it started like looking like sauteed cabbage. I'm not. I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the onions. Just let it get a nice little sweat and get it nice and coated with all of that fat that the sausage rendered off and all that flavor. Also, I have not added any seasoning to this soup. So the only seasoning that's in here is whatever is in the sausage. Alright? And I'm going to season this soup at the end. I'm going to use salt and pepper. I'm not going to get super fancy with it. Because you want the sausage and the cabbage to stand out. Okay? You want it to taste like sausage, smoked sausage and cabbage soup. You heard me? So I'm going to give this cabbage maybe like another whirl for like 1 more minute. And then I'm going to add my chicken stock and I'm going to let it boil. Now I am cheating. I'm not going to let it boil. I'm going to let it simmer. But I am cheating because even though this is a sausage and cabbage soup, I do have a little bit of turkey meat that I want to add. Roasted turkey meat that I want to add. Just because, you know, after all, I am a meat eater and I want meat. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just eat the turkey on the side with the soup. Yeah, I'll leave it. Okay, look. So look, this cabbage is where I want it to be. And I don't need it to get cooked down or start turning translucent. Now is the time. Hold on, wait. Add the rest of that cabbage in there. Now is the time to go ahead and add that stock. And here we go. Boom. And pour it down on top of the whole thing. Let the hot stock, this stock is hot, I just made it. Let the hot stock help you by helping you cook your cabbage by pouring it right down on top. Hot stock, right in there. Boom. Guys, that's the soup, basically. Now all you have to do is let it simmer. I'm only going to let this simmer, guys, for 10 minutes at the most. I'm going to add my salt and pepper. I only use sea salt now. Okay? So, I just, you know, I'm obviously going to salt to taste, salt and pepper to taste. But since I don't have any salt in here, I'm just going to give it a first little whirl of salt. And I like a good coarse ground black pepper. Coarse ground black pepper. And I'm going to put that in there. And I just want it to simmer. That's it. So guess what I'm going to do? Turn the fire down. I only want it to simmer. Like, that's it. And that's it and that's all. That's all she wrote. Now, y'all, let me tell you something. This is about to be a good soup. This is about to be, I can already freaking tell. This is about to be freaking amazing. So I'll do a tasting video when I'm done. But see, look, you can see all your onions. You can see all your pieces of sausage in there. You know, now I would eat this with like some French bread, like, you know, toasted French bread or just warm French bread. Not so much crackers. Maybe a grilled cheese might be good with this too because of the sausage. But yeah, so it's a nice cabbage and smoked sausage soup on a nice cold night. And that's it and that's all she wrote, guys. Chef Charlie out. Smoked sausage and cabbage soup